Many people struggle to identify their blocks, and especially the financial ones. When you are calling in abundance, but it seems that the opposite shows up, maybe it's an unexpected bill or a delayed source of income, it's very common to get discouraged. And it causes us to lose hope and maybe even faith and trust in God and the universe. I'm going to share with you today why this happens and how to navigate through it so that you can rest assured this is a natural part of the human manifestation process. And what shows up is not only here to help you find your blocks to money, but also abundance of every possible kind. There isn't anything wrong with you, and manifestation still works. In fact, this seemingly opposite manifestation is a natural part of the process. And whether you're still working in a 9-to-5 job and you're calling in a raise, or you're a coach and you're calling in your next high-paying client or course sale, you may also be calling in health or healing or maybe your dream partner. Regardless, it all happens for the same reason. And abundance is available to you in every area of your life. You just have to understand how the universe is helping you spot what is keeping you from it. The problem is, when we don't see immediate results of our affirmations or our meditations, we start to believe it'll never happen. Or maybe we even separate ourselves and say, it doesn't work for me, or life is just harder for me than it is for everyone else. And when we make ourselves an exception to the rule, we are deepening our belief in lack and solidifying the blocks that keep us from our breakthrough. So it is really important to understand what is happening when we call in abundance and seemingly receive the opposite of what we are asking for, because this is what helps us spot our blocks. You see, not long ago when I was starting my business, I was calling in abundance, but I had a lot of blocks and I did not even know they were there. I had little to no awareness of them. I was asking for abundance of all kinds while I was still working in a corporate 9-to-5 for a Fortune 500 company. I was making 6 figures, and so I didn't think abundance was an issue for me. I figured I've already got the flow of abundance, we should be good there. I figured I was managing a $1 billion portfolio for the man. I should have no issue going into business for myself. I'm hardworking, extremely intelligent. I learn very quickly, and I love to help people. It should have been easy, right? Well, to my surprise, it was far from easy. I busted my butt in the beginning, working so hard from a place of lack, driven by fear, thinking, what if I don't have the money to survive? What if I have to go back to the corporate job? What if I'm not able to pay the bills or support my children as a single mom? Well, it turns out I was able to accomplish a lot from that place. I successfully hosted my first masterclass, launched my first course, even sold one-to-one coaching packages. I became a certified healer and even received the guidance that led to trauma spotting. But I still struggled financially, and all of that work was accomplished from a place of trauma drive and lack mentality instead of flow and ease or trust in the universe. Yes, it was true. There was always enough to pay the bills and put the food on the table, but it was just enough. I lived on the edge, and I constantly worried, what if some sort of unexpected expense would come in and push me over the edge into not enoughness again? So I would meditate and visualize and affirm and create my vision board and see and feel abundance is here now. And yet another unexpected bill would show up, or a potential client would ghost me. I didn't understand what was happening. At first, it seemed like manifestation doesn't work for me. Maybe I just have a difficult blueprint. Luckily, I was also in the process of trauma healing with a therapist and becoming a certified trauma healer. I began to notice that I was in contraction and I was experiencing tension in my body and activation in my nervous system. I started to realize how often I lived in this activated state and how intimately connected it is to the masculine energy, the opposite of the feminine magnetic receiving and allowing state of being that I knew I needed to be in. I finally understood that that was what was blocking my flow of abundance. And I also started to understand how to spot the blocks that were living in my body that kept me in that state. Most importantly, I began to understand that those unexpected expenses and lukewarm clients were a gift. I understood that our body and the universe seek homeostasis, and so we attract to ourselves the triggers that point to our unhealed wounds so that we can see where our blocks are. I began to see that manifestation is just an iterative process. The moment that I would ask for more, God and the universe would say, yes, it is yours. But there is a process of being able to receive it. So the next step was to show me what's in the way. Each time I was triggered by fear was an opportunity to get into the body, sit with the sensation, and see what part of me was showing me her fear, to understand what memory she was stuck in. She was helping me see what beliefs she had developed about herself, about life, or about money. And those beliefs were the very thing that was blocking me. It was an opportunity to love on her, to sit with her until her fear subsided. And over time, she came to realize that in this moment, she is safe. She's no longer there anymore. She's no longer stuck in that old place. This process allows us to offer the inner child part a seed of a new belief. You see, these parts hold our subconscious programs and have the key to our blocks. When she's ready, she will take hold of that seed and integrate a new belief. And until she does, it is my promise to her to keep her safe. What you come to understand over time is that your blocks live in your body and are intimately connected to the emotions or sensations that arise in the body when a trigger is presented. So we can start to see setbacks or triggers as an iterative process, helping us to rewrite our thoughts, our beliefs, and our subconscious programs so that we can extract the sting. Because manifesting abundance and receiving wealth in our life requires a steady state in our nervous system, which is also known as the parasympathetic state or the feminine magnetic allowing receptive state. So the next time an unexpected bill came in, it carried less weight. It had less intensity behind the trigger. Even the process of building a business, defining an offering, gaining new clients, or even selecting the soulmate clients that I want to work with is an iterative process. And if something shows up that I don't like, it doesn't mean that I have done anything wrong, but rather it is the universe asking, do you like this? The universe is not punishing you. It is always working in your favor, helping us fine-tune our frequency and refine our clarity. Remember, desire plus non-resistance equals our desired result. And the body helps us see the blocks and the resistance that live inside of us. This is when we start to realize divine timing is actually the alignment within our body. This allows us to relax into the process and trust that there are no problems, just checkpoints in the iteration process. It allows us to rest in faith and trust that the universe is always conspiring in our favor. Another key important belief is knowing that God is on your side. I love Jeremiah 29:11 that says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not harm you, to give you a hope and a future." This means we have to believe that God and the universe are on our side. And these uncomfortable moments, these triggering moments, it's just the universe simply asking, are you sure? Do you really want this? Is this how you want this? Are you sure you want that money? Are you sure you want that client? Do you like this type of work? Do you want to sell more courses instead of one-to-one coaching? How much do you love trauma healing? Do you love research more? Do you want to continue to grow on this path, or do you want to adapt it? This is the process of alchemy, the process of making your soup called life. You get to taste it and change it all throughout the process, and the universe is offering you opportunities to do that. So when we ask for something and it seems like we get the opposite, trust. It is still working and in your favor. It's helping you identify the blocks so that you can remove them. Identifying blocks and removing them happens in the contrasting experiences. And each iteration brings us closer to our desired goal. You see, you may be asking for more wealth, but not realizing that sometimes we need to be more specific. I'd like wealth without burden. I'd like abundance without an excess of responsibility or extra time and effort. We have to get really specific and clear, and the universe is offering opportunities for us to iterate and clarify exactly what we're asking for. So each time you're triggered, go towards the biofeedback in the body. Learn to trust and understand through loving presence and awareness with the sensations in your body that you are being supported. This will allow you to move one step closer, understanding and removing the blocks that live within you. While it's not an easy process to do on your own, it is possible. And if you struggle, I am here for you. Your success is my purpose. And I do offer courses that'll help you dive into how to do trauma spotting for yourself, or you can even sign up for one-to-one sessions today. The reason we struggle to remove blocks is because they are held in the body, and that's why talk therapy alone does not work. It's not enough to heal our wounds and talk about our traumas. We need to get into the body. We need the mirror of the other to help us see our blind spots. To reprogram the subconscious and see what is below our conscious awareness, we have to learn to work with the body because the body keeps the score. Remember, the body is not a meat suit. The body is divine. It is the temple of the spirit, and it is our conduit for communication with the divine. Learn to listen to the body so that you can start removing your blocks in minutes. So every time you notice an undesirable sensation in the body, this is your indication you are misaligned to truth. There is an untrue belief that is living inside of your body. The truth resonates in the body, and so you will feel good when you are aligned to truth. Notice the stickiness and run towards the block like the champion I know that you are. The world is your oyster. The sky is not even the limit, and there's nothing that can hold you back. This is what it means when they say you have everything you need inside of you. This is how we create internal alignment, and it allows you to streamline your energy, unifying your mind, body, and soul. This is how we become powerful like a laser and unstoppable with unshakable confidence. This is what will allow you to accomplish your goals, dreams, and desires that were put on your heart by the divine, which will lead you down your path towards your purpose so that you can receive all of the abundance, joy, peace, and fulfillment that you seek. Tapping into abundance requires that we partner with our creator to step into the life that we were designed for. And we do this by becoming heart-led. So if you struggle to trust yourself, to trust the divine, to let go of control, watch this video on the 5 stages of heart unfolding to become source-led today. I love you, my friends. Namaste.